As you all know, yesterday, the grand jury came back with a no bill on Officer Wilson and the Ferguson officer-involved shooting involving Mr. Brown and Officer Wilson. Yesterday, I tweeted a message of peace and obviously a message that we in the Austin Police Department fully anticipate our community is a very much an engaged, educated, activist community to demonstrate if they choose to. It's our understanding that tonight at 6 p.m. there will be a demonstration here in front of police headquarters. We welcome, absolutely welcome, the expression of First Amendment activity. We welcome people coming out and letting their feelings be heard. And we support the right of people in this country to express whether it's dissatisfaction or support for law enforcement or government or any other on any issue. With that said, the Austin Police Department will remain on tactical alert through the near future, which means that all of our officers, all of our detectives, all of our sworn members will be in uniform with all of their crowd management gear readily available to react to any eventuality. There's a very distinct line between First Amendment protected activities and criminal activity. Let me make it be real clear that we will not tolerate criminal misconduct. We will not allow a handful of anarchists, a handful of agitators, a handful of people intent on utilizing and hijacking the lawful activities of people expressing their views to take over our city. We will be prepared to isolate anybody that engages in criminal activity, and we will take appropriate enforcement action to put a quick stop to that criminal activity and put those people in jail. We will not tolerate anything in terms of defacing property, destruction of property, and or attacks on police officers, civilians, or anyone else. That is not First Amendment activity. That is clearly criminal activity. Although we don't anticipate anything of that nature happening here in Austin, because again, we are very blessed and fortunate that we have activists and we have a community that understands what activism is, that understands what expressing your views is without crossing that very distinct line. So tonight, we welcome folks to come out. We would encourage people that don't really have any need to be here around the police headquarters at 6 p.m. to avoid the area, because if we have a large turnout, it will impact traffic in the area here around police headquarters. So tonight at 6 p.m. It is our belief that there will be a protest here. There is a planned protest here. We welcome it. Our crowd management team, our special response team, which are police officers that are specially trained, have additional training in the management of crowds, will be ready to respond. But again, we don't anticipate anything, but we will be prepared. And with that, I'll open it up to any questions. Anybody?
How long do you expect to remain on tactical?
We will stay through the near future. The bottom line is right now we're in the home for the holidays period, so you get to really address two issues by staying on tactical alert. One, you have a complete readiness and you have maximum response capabilities as an organization if something does happen in terms of civil disturbances or unrest. And two, we have officers that are much more visible, which will have a positive impact in terms of traffic safety and overall crime. We know that there's a direct correlation between bad outcomes, whether it's traffic fatalities or crime, and police visibility. And as I said earlier, the period between Thanksgiving weekend and New Year's Day in our country is one of the bloodiest periods in terms of fatalities and injuries on our highways because of all the festivities. So we will be able to stay on this foothold and this actual posture probably for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, anything else? Yeah, anything else in English?
Real quick, it was right during the evening rush hour, so any plans right now for traffic diversion, or what's your threshold for that in the area?
Yeah, listen, what we encourage folks to do, if you don't need to be in this area by police headquarters in the evening, just avoid the area, because there'll probably be several hundred people out here, if not more, exercising, hopefully, engaging in civil disobedience if they want to. There's a big difference between sitting down in the street and asking and wanting to be arrested to make a political point or to make some kind of point. than between that and people engaging in acts of violence. And what we saw last night in Ferguson is a handful of people hijacking the Brown family's tragic incident and taking it upon themselves to do something that I believe was very disrespectful of the Brown family. It is their son that was lost, and people that want to be respectful of a family that lost a son, regardless of whether it was justified or not, should respect their wishes by engaging in peaceful protests and not in criminal activity.